Hey everyone, I'm excited to show you this new strategy that I found that has an 80% success rate, and all it requires is just two indicators. So let's get into why it works. So first, using the strategy, you go in favor of market tendency. Second, it'll show you where the imbalance of buyers and sellers are. And third, it'll give you the momentum to actually enter into the trade at the right time. So you're taking the momentum of the imbalance of the market tendency, and that's why it has an 80% success rate. So we're going to need to use two indicators, and you can find both of these indicators on the QuanticoCap platform. I personally use QuanticoCap because it is the best system out there if you want to trade, period. There is no better system. It gives you so much information and for a very, very affordable cost. So first up, I actually created my own layout to make it a little bit easier so you guys can understand how the strategy actually works. But they offer so many more other different layouts with so many more indicators. But let's get into these ones first. So this is the dealer directional flow heat map. This is going to show you where the imbalance of the puts and calls actually are in the market. And you can see that we have some brighter reds than we do others. So the brighter the red, the higher the interest of puts. And you can see right here, 66.59% where it actually is right now. And the cool thing about this is that it actually calculates this minute by minute. So you're getting the imbalance of all of the puts and calls in the entire market minute by minute. And that is amazing. Next, you have the volume momentum. This is a very special indicator because it's going to tell you when you should actually enter into the trade. This is going to be your trigger to actually go into and use the 80% strategy. Now, unfortunately, unlike the DDF heat map, I can't replay the volume momentum. So that's why we have this secondary trading view graph right here. So I can actually show you the back test of this strategy and how to actually trade it. But for the DDF, we actually have the replay controller so we can see exactly what it was doing at that point in time. Here's a couple of key things to know about this strategy. This strategy only works after 10:30 a.m. And why is that? This stops us from entering in the end or in the middle of a very big movement or getting caught in a reversal that could potentially stop us out. Usually after 10:30, the market has already chosen a direction and it's going to be heading into that direction for the rest of the day. However, if you see a very strong movement happening before and the indicators are confirming it, then please go ahead and take it because that could be the movement of the day. It's not exactly a rule, it's just more of a guideline. The next thing is that this strategy only gives you the entry and the stop. The entry is wherever the volume momentum confirms with the actual DDF heat map, and the stop is at the highest high or at the lowest low. So you have to do your own exit. You decide when to actually exit. And this is another one of the reasons why I love QuanticoCap. Going into one of the other layouts that I created, you can see that it actually gives you triggers to actually sell or buy and targets to actually exit. So it's going to give you the targets of where you should actually exit so you don't have to worry about if you're holding it enough or if you're going to come out with enough profit. And just a last thing to say, just because we're in the red does not mean we are going down. It just means that we have a higher likelihood of going down because of the imbalance of puts. You can see that we actually had the Fed speaking right here and it drove the market up and it went up while it was in the red. So it's very possible for us to go up while being in the red. This is just showing you the highest likelihood and where the puts and calls actually are. And you actually only need to look at this first bar right here on the volume momentum. That's all you need to look at. So whenever this first bar is telling you to sell or to buy, that's when you go in, as long as it confirms with the DDF heat map. So let's go into our first day. Going in, we can see that we are in the red the entire day. We were in the red for the entire day. So we're only going to be selling. So you can see here at 10:30, we were already in the red and we were in the red the entire day. So we're only going to be selling. So the first time it actually crosses right here is at 10:32. So at 10:32, it crosses right here. So now you could either hold this operation until the very last moment here or until the QuanticoCap has a target level that you feel comfortable with, or even at this consolidation right here. Let's say you want to exit at this consolidation right here. This is still 26, 25, 30 points on the NASDAQ. Or even if you hold it until the end, that's over 100 points. So right here, you could have been done for the day on the very first trade using this strategy. Let's say you want to keep going and you exited here with just 20 points. The next time it happens is right here. Here, and then again, you can hold it all the way here, and you shouldn't have any reason to stop, to exit prematurely or to stop out, because again, you're only stopping at the lowest low or the highest high. So here, even if you got in at the worst possible time and you held out all the way into the end, that's still 77 points on the NASDAQ that you just made using this strategy. And all you did was look at two indicators. So it's a very, very simple strategy that has an 80% success rate. You could have even entered here. Let's say you did enter here. You could have either exited with a couple of points here with 20, 17 points, or let's say you let it come back and actually hit your break even. That's completely okay. As long, even if you got stopped out here, it's very important that you keep going, because you never know when your next trade could be either profitable or be another stop. So you have to keep going. You never know if this is going to either wipe the day clean or give you so much profit you never have to work again. You can see again here, this is when the guy from the Fed spoke, and this is when it crosses again, crossed here. Now it does go up, it gives you a little bit of heat, but that's completely okay, because again, it's the highest high right here. So it didn't go all the way back up, comes down and gives you here. So even if you got out here, you only took a couple of points of heat to make a lot more. To make, let's say you exit around here, that's still 30 points you made after the person from Fed spoke. Or let's say you want to be here. At this point in time, you've already made a lot of points on the SP. You wouldn't even have to trade. But let's just say you keep going. You enter here. Now, at your best case, you could have made a couple of points here, and then it comes back. It doesn't exactly stop you, because even though at this point it's giving you a lot of heat, it didn't even break the previous highest high here. So you keep going and you hold out. Remember, you're following a strategy. Even though it came up and gave you some heat, you have to follow it. And then if you followed it until right here, until this red candle, that's still another 53 points in your pocket. You can take some stops. It's very possible. Again, this strategy only has an 80% success rate, which is still very high, but 20% of the time you're going to get stopped. Or you could either have a break even, and that's completely fine as well. It's all a part of trading. But for the most part, you are going to make money with this strategy. And then you keep going. You can see that we actually have a little bit of a consolidation here. Let's say you enter here and here. You either could have put your break even on, or maybe even stopped, exited early. It doesn't matter. But by this point in time, you wouldn't have even been trading, because again, you've already made over 100 points on the NQ just following this strategy. One of the biggest problems I see with people that are beginning to trade or even experienced traders is not knowing when to stop. So it's very important when you actually have those profits in to lock it in, so you actually keep those profits. And especially after you've already made 100 points on the NASDAQ without a single stop. Let's go into another day. In fact, I'll use the last day right here. I'll use Thursday. So you can see right here, we started off the day in the blue, and then at 10:30, we were still in the blue, and then we cross at 10:45 to the red. Let's go see what the market actually did. So at 10:30, right here, we're in the blue. And then here at 10:45, we're already red. So what are we going to do? We're going to sell right here. From here on out, it's just a straight free fall. And if you got it all the way to the end, or even when it started to come back up right here, it's over 100 points. Even if you stopped at this consolidation, it's still another 30 points. But there would have been no reason for you to stop, since we're in the red the entire time. We're still in the red here. So there's no reason for you to stop and get those 100 points off the bat. The next time, it's right here. From here all the way to here, it's another 77. But let's say you stop right here at this little correction of the market, still 60 points on the NASDAQ you made on your second trade, just using a strategy with just two indicators. Again, you can see why the strategy works so well. You're using the imbalance, the direction, and the momentum to give you the best chance to actually make a winning trade. The next time you get a signal would be around here. Now here, it could be a stop, or it could have gotten you on your protection because it only went down a couple of points. But let's say you did stop here and then here as well because it went all the way back up. That's completely fine and that's okay. One, you probably wouldn't even be at the market at this time because you've made over 150 points on the NASDAQ already. Even if you did take those stops, they aren't big enough to completely wipe clean your profits. And besides, this is already during lunchtime. You shouldn't even be trading. But even if you did, the next couple of trades right here makes it pretty much all back. Even here gives you a little bit of heat. If you exit around this point, another 26 points of profit in your pocket. So you can see that this strategy is very, very profitable. Plus, it's very, very easy to do. It's an 80% profitable strategy. And all it does is use two indicators on the QuanticoCap platform. We already have people in our community making money, even though this is their first time ever trading. So it's very easy to do. It's very easy to follow. And again, super, super profitable. All you need to do is join the QuanticoCap system to have access to this strategy and to these indicators. Let me show you the basic layout, which is the most basic layout that they actually offer, which is a default layout. Here you can see that it has the DDF, it has the volume momentum, and it even has the NQ targets here. So this is their own strategy, which also is a money-making machine. And you can check out my other videos on my page about this strategy as well. But you can see it even gives you the targets here. It gives you bear target 1, 2, and 3. And even if the day goes up, it gives you bull targets 1, 2, and 3. So there is no reason for you not to be profitable using this strategy. But this is all you need. If it's in the red, you sell. If it's in the blue, you buy, as long as the volume momentum confirms it. But it's also important to have this layout ready so you can actually see where the targets are, so you don't have to guess on when to actually exit the trade. And that's why I love using QuanticoCap. You can do this. It is the easiest strategy out there. Again, we have people in their first day making money using this strategy. So there is nothing stopping you. You have the three things that you need in order to trade. You have the direction, you have the imbalance, and you have the momentum. All you have to do is follow what they're telling you to do. So if you want to do this 80% strategy, if you want to make money every single day, join QuanticoCap. There is so much more that they actually have to offer, so many proprietary indicators, analyst chats, and so much more. But even if you choose to just do this strategy, you will be profitable. So join QuanticoCap today so you can start making money tomorrow.